Hi dear Pisces, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video I'm going to talk about the transits for the month of October. This is one of the most important months of 2023 because we have two eclipses in October. Yeah, so get ready for this important month. Let's see what's going to happen. On October 4th, Mercury is going to enter Libra for 18 days. This is good news for a couple of reasons. First of all, Mercury, as you know, spent slightly more than 2 months in Virgo, in your relationship house. And so it was like a time when you had a retrograde there. So there might have been like misunderstandings, revision regarding your relationships. And it must have been frustrating. For me personally, like when Mercury was retrograde, I got lost a lot, even though I was using like Google Maps, but still I got lost, and then I kept forgetting things. It was extremely frustrating, and so I was very glad when the retrograde was over. So I'm pretty sure it was messy for you guys too, especially in your relationship house. So when Mercury enters Libra, that means all of that confusion is gone, like it's over. Okay, and this is excellent. So in October, communication should be smooth. There's not going to be a misunderstanding, confusion, getting lost, forgetting things. Yeah, none of that is relevant in October. And another thing about Mercury in Libra is that it's going to be 4 degrees away from the solar eclipse in Libra. Yeah, so as you know, Mercury is the messenger of the gods, so you can expect some news or message regarding that solar eclipse when Mercury enters Libra. I hope you can hear me despite the airplane noise, okay? So yeah, generally when Mercury is in Libra, we tend to be more diplomatic in our communication. Okay, it's easier to reach agreements, to negotiate because of the balancing energy of the Libra sign. Yeah, and for you Pisces, this is your 8th house, so you can have deep conversations about shared resources. Not deep conversations, like a diplomatic, balanced conversation regarding shared resources from October 4th. And rest assured that it won't be confusing or anything. Yeah, and this is a relatively short transit. It's only like 18 days. Next, on October 6th, we have the last quarter moon in Cancer. Why am I mentioning this? Well, because this marks the beginning of a week where not much happens. The moon is becoming smaller and smaller day by day after October 6th, and it's going to disappear before the new moon. And so don't waste energy trying to start anything new. Instead, use the days from October 6th to like October 10th to rest. Yeah, naturally, this is like a time to rest. Recharge your batteries. Because we have eclipses coming up, and so this is like the time, this is like calm before the storm. And by storm I mean the eclipses. I'm not trying to scare you guys. It's just eclipses are very active times, like everyone will be busy, like hectic, a lot of things will be going on. So try to recharge your batteries before that and get energy. Okay, if you don't feel like doing anything, don't do anything. Don't feel guilty about feeling lazy from October 6th to like October 10th. Use that time to kind of like wrap things up that started with the Virgo new moon in September. Yeah, or like get ready, prepare things for the new moon in Libra. Okay, solar eclipse in Libra. So yeah, and then on October 8th, Venus is gonna enter Virgo, your relationship house. As you remember, Venus spent ages in Leo. Not that it was bad, it's just when Venus was in Leo, it was retrograde. And retrograde is the time when it's like we are reviewing things, reanalyzing, reevaluating, okay? And yeah, for you guys it was in your work house, daily routine house. So yeah, you might have done a lot of like reevaluation around your work routine, health. Yeah, but finally on October 8th, when Venus enters Virgo, we are done with all of that. Yeah, finally you can focus on your relationships, not just work and routine or health. Yeah, finally, because this is good news because Venus is out of the shadow zone. If you remember, Venus turned retrograde on the 28th degree of Leo, so at the very end of Leo. So even though it turned direct in early September, it was still in the shadow zone. But on October 6th, October 8th, is finally gonna leave that shadow zone. So we are completely done with all the relationship, financial reevaluation stuff. Mm, and another reason why this is good is because both of the eclipses in October are Venus ruled. Like solar eclipse in Libra, a Venus ruled sign. Lunar eclipse in Taurus, another Venus ruled sign. So October is very much Venusian. And so it's great that Venus is in good shape. Yeah, like otherwise we would have gotten like lots of karmic baggage through eclipses, because eclipses are like 10 new moons and full moons wrapped in one. They're very intense. And so yeah, like I'm glad that Venus is out of that shadow zone. And so dear Pisces, Venus is going to enter your relationship house, but there's a bit of a like frustration at the very beginning of this transit, because as soon as Venus enters Virgo, it's going to make an opposition to Saturn in your sign at the like on the first degree of Saturn, I believe, or the first degree of Saturn. And as you know, Saturn is delays, frustrations, blockage, limitations, and Venus is romance and finances. So it might be a time when there might be like romantic frustration a little bit, but remember that this transit is temporary. It's active for only like 3 days. Yeah, it's not gonna last for a long time, so don't worry. You just be mindful that around October 8th, 9th, 10th, there might be some like romantic delay or frustration. Okay. And next, on October 10th, Pluto is gonna turn direct on the 27th degree of Capricorn. I mean, Pluto is so far away from the sun. It is like the furthest from the sun, so we don't feel it that much unless it's making an exact aspect to some planet in your chart. So those Pisces who were born around 18th March, you are going to feel this, because Pluto is making a sextile aspect to your sun, and that is an empowering positive aspect, so this is good. And another thing I wanted to mention about Pluto turning direct is that when it does turn direct, that means only 4 planets are retrograde. And all of them are outer planets, and when outer planets are retrograde, we don't feel it that much. It's a very subtle energy. If you remember, in August we had like 6 planets in retrograde, which is like half of the solar system, and 2 of them were personal planets. So we really felt the retrograde motion. It affected our daily routine, causing delays, blockages. It was frustrating. But now in October, only 4 are retrograde, and they're not personal planets. So October should be great. And then what else? On October 12th, Mars is going to enter Scorpio until November 25th. And for you Pisces, that is your 9th house. And 9th house, I don't know, it's a very positive house. It's a very Jupiter house. So everything exotic, foreign, higher education, long distance travel, personal philosophy, all of that stuff, your personal worldview. Okay, and wherever Mars is, it tends to energize that house, bring lots of activity. Mars is like this go planet. Okay, so you can expect all of those themes to be activated for you somehow. You might go on a travel. Okay, some Pisces might travel around this time, or yeah. So what else? And the thing is, wherever Mars is, it tends to also bring like argumentative energy, because Mars is the god of war after all. So it might be a time when some, I don't know, foreigners, I guess, get on your nerves or something. I'm not saying this is going to happen to all Pisces. I'm just saying like it is one of the possible interpretations. Okay. Yeah, sorry. And next, so on October 14th, we have a new moon solar eclipse on the 21st degree of Libra. Yay! This is exciting. And so for you Pisces, that is your 8th house. 8th house is the house of shared resources. Yeah, your partner's money. It's the house of intimacy and psychology too. So, but since this is a solar eclipse on the south node, it might be a time when you kind of like let go of like one of those. Does that make sense? Like, because South Node is the area where we are releasing things, like letting go. North Node is the area where all of the exciting new developments are happening. It's like the uncharted territory. Well, South Node is like we are very familiar with it. It's our it's like our comfort zone. That's where we've accumulated a lot of karma. Okay, like so when eclipses happen on the South Node, we are breaking free from the old habits. Yeah, so you are breaking free from, like, I don't know. Loans, I guess, paying off a loan or something. Yeah, because this is in your um, eighth house. Yeah, or your partner's money, like somehow, yeah, will be affected. We'll see. Time will show. Or maybe if you've been attending therapy now, after this eclipse, you're finally gonna stop attending therapy. Like you feel like you've healed, if that makes sense. Um, I'm going to make like a separate video for this eclipse. Okay, I'm going to provide more details in that video. I'm trying to keep the monthly horoscopes like short, so please check that out. Check that video. And next, on October 22nd, we have Mercury entering Scorpio until November 11th. So when Mars enters Scorpio, we are not in the mood to have like small talk. Scorpio is a very deep sign, so you might want to have like deep conversations. And since this is in your ninth house, you might want to have like deep philosophical conversations. And on October 23rd, you have Sun entering Scorpio. So again, the planets are slowly lining up in your philosophical house. So this might be a time when you, I don't know, talk with foreigners a lot. Mars, as you know, it tends to energize, activate things, and Mercury is communication. So you might have a lot of conversations with foreigners, or if not foreigners, then like you might have a lot of deep philosophical conversations. And the Sun is gonna also be in there, so yeah, illuminating all of that stuff. So most of October, you have the focus on your shared resources, other people's money, loans, psychological stuff. Okay. But then towards the end of October, the mood kind of becomes slightly lighter. Each house is very deep, but like in ninth house, the energy is a bit lighter. So, and then at the end of October, we have a full moon lunar eclipse on the 5th degree of Taurus. So, Pisces, for you, that is your third house. So, third house is the house of communications, short distance travel, writing, talking, your phone, okay? Because the third house is communication and phone is communication. And what else? Your siblings. So one of your siblings might be experiencing some major milestone in their lives, because full moon is like culmination, achievement, illumination. Okay, so yeah, like one of your siblings might be experiencing some major milestone in their lives. What else? What else? So you might go on a short distance trip, like not far away, like not like probably not a foreign travel. Yeah, and what else? And since this is on the North Node, this is like the area of where everything new is happening, and this is the last eclipse happening in Taurus and Scorpio for the next 9 years. Yeah, you're not gonna have eclipses in Taurus and Scorpio in your third and ninth house for the next 9 years. Yeah, and you're not gonna have North Node in Taurus eclipses for 18 years. So this is important. And so since this is like the last eclipse in Taurus for now, it's like rewards, I guess. Yeah, like karmic rewards for all the work you've done in the past year and a half. Yeah, so it should be exciting. Like so this is it, dear Pisces, for October. It looks like a great month despite the eclipses, but keep in mind that from mid-October until late October, it's gonna be exhausting. Like eclipses are very like active times, like energetically draining. Everyone will be adjusting to the new routine. Okay, yeah, so please be aware. I feel like it's easier to deal with that, like if we are aware. Okay, and try not to make major decisions from mid-October until late October, because that period is like between two eclipses, and it's a very intense time. So it's not a good time to make major decisions. So just go with the flow, and Pisces, you know how to do that. And so yeah, this is it, dear Pisces. I hope you enjoyed this video and found this informative, and if you did, please subscribe. And remember that I offer astrology readings like birth chart analysis, astrocartography readings, compatibility, synastry readings, progressions, transits. Yeah, and so if you want one of those readings, please email me. Okay. When it comes to prices, like I don't have a set price. You can pay whatever you feel like paying. Okay. And so yeah, I hope you have a wonderful October, and I'll see you guys in November.